Hello and welcome to La Boutique Petite's first tutorial. We're going to show you how to keep your nail polish on. This particular method is for my nails because they're so brittle, so soft, so bendable, peelable, breakable, and they're oily. And this is, after 20 years, the system I have been able to come up with that works for me. This may not work for everybody. Please let me know if it does or it doesn't in the comments below. But you may find some of this information very useful. Here's what you're going to need. A really good piece of soap and some water. You're going to need a hand or nail scrub brush. A lint-free towel or cloth. If you don't have one, that's okay, but it's highly recommended that you do have one. At least 70% isopropyl alcohol or higher, not lower. You want to make sure you disinfect everything. A few cotton balls to apply the isopropyl alcohol. You're going to need nail files, clippers, cuticle pushing tools, and a manicure scissors. Be sure you have a nail buffing block with a fine grain side. And this next step coming up is optional. I use this because this really helps with brittle breaking nails. It's Nailtique's protein system. I use the Formula 2 Plus, but you must go through their system first. And also another optional thing is a nail ridge filler. I need this because I have ridges, but it is not required. And then you're going to need NYC in a minute Grand Central Station number 202. This will act as both base and top coats. And then, of course, any nail polish brand and color of your choice. For this particular system, Zoya does not dry quickly, just FYI. First, wash your hands well using a nail brush or scrubber. Get into all the nooks and crannies around your nail bed and cuticle area, but be gentle. There should be no bleeding. You will notice a lightening or softening of your cuticles. Use slightly warmer than lukewarm water, and be sure to use lots of soap. Dry your hands well with a lint-free cloth or towel. If you have to use one that's linty, be sure that all the fuzzies are off your fingers before applying the nail polish. An air hand dryer is an excellent alternative. Number 3, continue to let your hands air dry while you file your nails, push back your cuticles, and clean any leftover grime under your fingernails. This is necessary if you have very long nails. I just want to make some quick notes about step number 3. To file your nails, go in the direction of the grain. This is determined by a nail on the chalkboard sound or feeling. Don't go in that direction. Generally, this is towards the pinky, but I've seen it work towards the thumb for others. Be sure to file in the same direction. If you have stubborn cuticles, continue soaking your hands in hot soapy water until they are soft, or use a cuticle cream. Gently clip off the excess skin with a cuticle clipper or small nail scissors once you push it back with a cuticle pusher. Take a cotton ball and dip it into your 70% isopropyl alcohol and swipe it over your nails and allow it to dry. Number 5, smooth the tip of your nail with the finest grain of your buffing block. Number 6, now use the buffing block on top of your nails. Make a light crosshatch pattern on your nail going one direction, then the other. This can be done on an angle in a V shape or up and down in a cross shape. Do not carve into your nails. Lightly blow off excess, but not all of it, as this will act as a helper to adhere the polish to your finger. You want texture, but no chunks. Another note quickly before we continue about applying base coat, polish, and top coat. Number 1, use very thin layers except for the end with a top coat. Glob that on, making sure to lightly paint across your tip to keep your manicure chip free. This is what they call capping off. Start all your polish applications with a small drop or dot at the lowest center of your nail and just before your cuticle bed. Do not paint over your cuticle. Then make a stroke on one side, moving up from the dot, and then the other. Do a fourth swipe to even out the surface. No more than 5 strokes. In a bit, I'll show a diagram on how that works. Allow each layer to dry for 15 to 30 minutes. This will prevent scratches and nicking during the process and will allow you to do other things if you have to. Remember, just because it feels dry to the touch doesn't mean it's completely dry. If you rub the fleshy part of your thumb onto any half-dried nail gently and notice a squeaking sound, wait 10 to 15 more minutes. If you notice in the diagram, starting at the third nail in, you see the dot. You see how the dot goes to the cuticle but not on it, and then it goes straight up to the top in the middle. Then start on the right from the dot, going all the way up, and then go on the left side, starting from the dot, moving all the way up, and do one more to make it smooth. The base coat. Apply a very thin layer of your Nail Teaks nail protein and allow it to dry. Then a thin layer of your ridge filler if you're using it, allow that to dry. Finally, apply your NYC Grand Central Station and allow that to dry. This is your base coat surface. Be sure it is fully dry before you begin any nail polish application. Apply your nail polish, allow it to dry. Do a second coat and allow it to dry. Allow all of it to just dry very, very well. And last but not least, step number 10, once again, apply the NYC In a Minute Grand Central Station number 202 as your top coat. Gob this on your fingernail evenly and be sure to cap off the tip so that it keeps your manicure nice and neat and chip free. And make sure all of this dries. If it seems dry to the touch at first, just on the safe side, give it 15 to 30 minutes more. Thank you for watching. We really appreciate it. Please be sure to rate, subscribe, and comment, and visit our website, boutiquepetite.hipsfromhell.com.